Today we are doing a no makeup 2.0 makeup look. Just in case if some of you found my last no makeup look too little, or maybe it was just enough for you. I think for me, this is like my go-to look now for the summertime. Even though I love to keep it light, I still love color on my eyes. And the last video I kept it just with mascara and big brows and complexion, and that was it. If you're like, that's really great, Alicia, I just need a little more, then this video is for you. So the complexion pretty much stayed the same. I'll still link my first no makeup look down below in the description box, as well as all the new products that we use today. But I took the same steps with the complexion, and the only additions were the eye makeup, and we used a lipstick instead of a gloss today for this look. And I also switched up my blush and my bronzer, and maybe just a brush or two, but kept it again very light and simple, as I know we're trying to cut down on a lot of the makeup, or I am trying, since it was requested, that I use for like my heavier looks, for my glam looks, and more something that's accessible for every day and doesn't require so many products and so many tools. And in terms of hair today, I have the Diva Curl Super Cream in from last night. I applied in sections, and I will also link that video down below because I have a long spiel on this sucker. So if you want to see how we got this no makeup look 2.0 style, then keep on watching. Alright, let's get to rolling. For the sake of saving time, I'm going to run through the steps quickly we saw in the last no makeup video and elaborate on the newer steps. First, applying our NARS Velvet Matte Tint with our Naked Skin One and Done Tinted Moisturizers. Mixing in a drop with the Tom Ford Illuminator in Firelust. As it is a tinted moisturizer, hands work best. For concealer, we'll use our NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Biscuit. The peachy tone, again, highlights this area, as well as cancels out darkness from under the eye. Using our fingers to blend. To highlight the complexion, using our Cover FX Enhancer Drops in Sunlight and our Damp Beauty Blender. For some reason, when I apply this with the Beauty Blender on the tops of my cheekbones, the tinted moisturizer survives. So I feel if you just use this to apply the highlighter, it won't lift any moisturizer off the skin. I love this stuff. It makes such a difference, I feel, for a no makeup look, and that is more about the glow versus how much you put on. So if you're a minimalist when it comes to that, I feel this step is key. And again, if you want to skip it altogether, you'll just use a powder highlighter to create a similar effect. I just put a little bit on my nose. I had mentioned that I'm oily, so not a ton, just enough so it all could come together, and on the top of my forehead. And a little bit on the chin. Why not? To set our concealer, going in with the RCMA No Color Powder and a Luxie brush in 522. Any tapered brush will do. I like tapered brushes, small ones that fit under the eye well, so it makes it easier to apply. Just for the sake of changing it up, I'm going to set the liquid highlight area with the Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Glow Palette. And I'm using the highlighted shade and with the same Luxie tapered brush. Just lightly going over our liquid highlights. This just adds extra oomph to the overall glow effect, because that's what I'm going for. So again, I would like to see my naturally enhanced self glowing to the heavens and above. Once we set our highlighter, using a Morphe E4 powder brush and the same RCMA powder, just to set the rest of our face. For our bronzer, using the Tom Ford bronzer brush. I know this is like an investment, but you guys, this is the best brush. It's so soft. And the same Filmstar palette from Charlotte Tilbury into the Sculpt shade. It looks like it won't show, but if you just apply it after your foundation, it'll show. And if you want more, then you'll just apply another bronzer. But you see, it gives just enough warmth to the skin that I think is worth trying if you're around my skin shade area. And because it is light, it's forgivable, so you can really build the color up and it won't look heavy. Getting into the hollow area as well as forehead, nose, chin, slightly under. You know, we gotta spread the bronze all over. Okay, that glow. 360. For blush, using Antonym's blush in Peach. This is a baked brush, really cool brand. I love the mirror. It's like in the compact, super cool. Compact's made of wood. It's one of these like natural products. It doesn't have talc in it. The first ingredient's mica, so check it out. I'll leave all links down below. And using a Morphe E4 blush brush. And I'm just gonna take this onto the apples of my cheeks, lightly pressing. Now, taking an extra step in our complexion today for our no makeup look, I'm using the Becca Luminous blush in Snapdragon. It's like a blush topper, so it has shimmer, but it adds a really lovely glow to the overall look and is pigmented. So I just tap in once, excess off, and lightly just go onto the apples and up. And it adds just a really beautiful coral glow. So again, you could just stop at the blush if you want a little more color without looking heavy. I think this is a great product to try. So fresh! First, brushing brow hairs up and using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil in dark brown. And I just like to make them even. So you see here is very sparsy, and I know I have to get them threaded. I haven't been able to get there, so I just used the brow pencil to save them. After we filled in the bottom, I brushed the hairs down, and I got this from Jaclyn Hill. I think she has great videos taking you step by step in how she creates her looks. And then you'll line on top. Because before I only used to do the bottom, and when I saw her do this, I was like, oh, that's the other step. And again, light strokes to create that hair-like effect. Now, here are the new steps for No Makeup 2.0. I like to go in with just some eye makeup, but very soft and diffused. And because we are going in with a cream, I left my lids alone just after we applied the concealer. I didn't set them. And we're using the Tom Ford cream and powder eye color. And again, I know I'm using really expensive products. It's limited edition. We won't see it ever again. And the formula is a dream, and it's so light and creamy. This is the color here. It's in Naked Bronze 01. And I just take my pinky and we go in with that on the lid. You can use a brush. I just love using my fingers when it comes to cream formulas. And don't worry if it gets a little messy. This happens to me all the time. We'll just use our fingers to pat in. Because remember, we're trying to create like a no makeup look still. But again, if you felt that the first version you needed a little more, then these are the steps I take to create that. Just to kind of move this around so it's neater, I'm going with my Crown brush. This is the SS027 blending crease brush. It's a little stiff and it's synthetic, so I think it's perfect when dealing with cream products. And I'm just taking gentle circles around the edges just to kind of soften them up. So you see it's coming out a little bit. That's okay. You certainly can go in with your fingers again and just pat the product into that area of your face so it doesn't look as messy. And I'm starting just to kind of form it a little bit. And I'm taking the same brush with the same cream color, just a little bit, and taking off some excess and going under my eyes. So I'm trying to create like this halo effect with the bronze color, so it could look like nice and bronzy all over your eyeballs. Hey face. You could take a smaller brush, but I am trying to keep the tools at a minimum and just use the same eye brush for the majority of this look. It is up to you. If you want to use a smaller brush as you think it'll be easier to work with the under eye area, then go right ahead. And again, just using my fingers to pat down the edges of that cream color. Now, I like to set the cream product with a powder of a similar color because this will crease on me. I have oily lids. That's okay. I'll work with it. We're going in with our NYX the go-to palette. I really love this palette. I tried their complexion powders and I will do a tutorial using this. Really pleasantly surprised. Great buy. I got this at Target. Thanks, Target. And I found that the eye colors were very much similar to the Tom Ford bronze cream colors. So I'm going to use this sucker here, and we are using just an all over lay down brush. This is the Smith 256, going in with that really beautiful bronze shade. And we're taking that just on the lid area and patting it down. So this kind of serves as our setting powder, but it's going to still maintain that bronze hue. And I'm using gentle patting motions and not swiping, as I don't want to move the cream product around. I want to keep it where it is. And I'm just pressing the eyeshadow so it can set that well. And I'm taking the edge of the same brush and going onto the under eye area because we did put cream product there as well. So we want to just set everywhere that has that cream color. Very soft around the lower lash line and outer corner of your eyes. If you want to clean up, I take the same blending brush and just go over the edges. I went a little too high on this side, so I'm just taking my fingers and gently wiping. Or what we're gonna do instead, I'm taking the lighter shade, eyeshadow shade from the Wanderlust palette, and I'm just going over my brow bone area. And that's gonna help with cleaning up the bronze color that went too high. I don't want to look crazy. If this is too shimmery, then use a matte cream color shade for the brow bone area. Back with the same blending brush and blending to combine. You can stop here. I like to line my top lash line, so I'm using the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Call Me. It's a beautiful brown shade, and I'm just gonna take that over the top lash line. And this is really just to define it, not doing any wings, not making it super thick, just to give it some definition. I do a lot better when I'm near my bathroom mirror, so forgive this awful line. But just so you have an idea, lightly sketching, nothing crazy. If you want to add more smokiness without using a black liner, then I like to use a sparkly bronze color. This is from MAC, their technical liner in Baroque. And I take this on my lower rim. And I love the color, so it's going to add depth without being too cray. And I changed my mind. I feel like this is still a little too dark, so instead I'm going in with ColourPop's. Oh no, the color rubbed off. I will find out what this is. I think this is a little more bronzy, like penny color. Yes, that's it. It's more coppery. This is what I'm going for more or less. I know it's a little hard to see, but the Baroque was very brown and this is more like penny colored. Much better. You know, it's okay. If you find that you have to go back in with another color, you could also smudge it. I'm going in lightly with my fingers just to give that smudge effect. And now, lashes. I mentioned in my last video how I kept my lashes light because I felt that it didn't have anything to hold them up if I was going in with the mascara. But because now we have pigment on our lids, we could go in really with tons of coats with our mascara. And if you prefer false eyelashes, I really love the Ardell Demi Wispies. They still look fairly natural. And if you still want that ultra lash effect, I think those are a good choice. Curling is essential no matter what makeup look we're doing. And using waterproof mascara, this one is from Too Faced and it's the Better Than Sex. And this is where, if you're just using your lashes to go in with the mascara, I apply like 3 coats. This formula does take a little bit to set in between, so if you're short on time, then maybe apply your other coat later in the day. And I go back without putting the brush in the tube because I still have a lot of product on it, and just apply more. And I like to get the corners so they flutter out. When you feel you're good with mascara, I forgot to do this step in my last video. Brow gel. This is the Anastasia brow gel. Any brow gel will do. Essential. You gotta keep those hairs under control on these brows, man, so they can stay like that all day. For lips this time, I'm going in with a lipstick. Last time we went in with a gloss. I feel since we have a little more going on, I just want more pigment on my lips. This is the NARS Lip Cover lipstick from their summer collection, Overheated. I love this formula. It's a true liquid lipstick. It doesn't dry matte, it dries satin, and it's very soft and comfortable on your lips. I love that formula. And the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in Trendsetter. First lining with Trendsetter all over, and then applying NARS's lip color on top. If you want to clean up any edges, I just go back with the same lip pencil and clean up. Any finishing touches, if you want to clean this a little bit more, I just go back with that blending brush. And this is a little messier than what I usually do, so I'm really sorry. Sometimes it's hard for me to like figure out what it looks like on the camera and on my mirror versus when I'm in the bathroom. So making that adjustment slowly but surely. Thank you for being patient. And just to top it all off, because we did apply some powder, I still would like to spray with my MAC Fix Plus. And that's the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there are any other no makeup look inspirations that you ran into and that you're looking to see, please let me know down in the comments below. Have a great day or night, and I'll see you on the next one.